would just like to say, Kevin, when you make a sob story about her upbringing and all that, she done something wrong. She should have paid. It's good that she got kicked out. And if you think about it, if it was any one of us in the street, do you think that we'd get forgiven? Wouldn't have to pay anything?
Don't know if we'd lose our job, though, Dave. But it's interesting. Sob story, was that what you were intending?
Yeah, I think no. I was explaining her upbringing. She wasn't born with a silver spoon in her mouth. And I admire people who come from a very difficult, troubled start, who make their way in life.
Does that give her a free pass? Does that give her a free pass?
I didn't say it was a free pass. I said she had to resign. I think I'd like her to come back. I think if she came back now, it'd be too early. I've just pointed out that I think she has to pay the money before she can come back, and then whether she comes back will really not depend on Keir Starmer, on whether the British people, voters, think she should come back. But I think, Dave, to dismiss that as a sob story, I don't know what your upbringing was. I had a typical working class upbringing, but I didn't have a mother who was feeding me dog food. I mean, because she was mentally unwell. I wasn't pregnant or had somebody in the family when I left 16. I came out with O levels as then was. She didn't. She's dragged herself up by the bootstraps. And if you want to dismiss that, I think you should look at your own life.
Kevin, so there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that's living now in a life that they shouldn't be living in rat-infested places.
And are they sob stories, Dave? Are they sob stories?
No, they're not sob stories.
Why do you call hers a sob story?
You never hear these stories come out. But why you try and defend Rayner because of what she done?
Well, hold on, no, Dave. I think what's happened here is actually what Kevin was trying to point out, and what Keir Starmer has tried to point out, is that going from that sort of background to becoming the Deputy Prime Minister is quite the journey, and it's a spectacular one, an aspirational one, perhaps for many, many people out there. And I think that is what Keir Starmer is the attribute that Angela Rayner has, that Keir Starmer thinks that the Labour government needs and he wants in his cabinet. So Kevin was just trying to reiterate that. But you're right, there's lots of people living in situations they absolutely don't deserve. Dave, thank you very much for your call.